For nearly a decade, Regent University has been working with the government, churches, and universities to train counselors in Ukraine. With millions suffering in the recent Russian invasion, the work is needed now more than ever.
We first started in 2012 when I first came to Regent as a new faculty. And we had an invitation from a private Christian school to educate pastoral counselors at that time, Christian counselors.
Dr. Olya Zaporozhets, a Ukraine native, serves as an associate professor for Regent's School of Psychology and Counseling. Part of her work includes training mental health counselors in her home country, both online and in person. After Russia invaded and occupied the Crimean Peninsula of eastern Ukraine in 2014, the focus expanded from training just clergy to trauma counseling.
We saw it as consistent with our mission. We're here as an educational institution, but we want to make an impact on real-world issues where we can, while fulfilling that educational goal.
Dr. William Hathaway serves as Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs at Regent. He tells CBN News how the counseling program uses researched and well-recognized models for trauma care, while also including a Christian approach, especially now.
Who knows right now where things will go in Ukraine, but certainly people need all the resources they can get for resiliency. And I think those spiritual resources are particularly important for that. It helps instill hope. It also helps people in areas of dealing with pain and injury.
Zaporozhets says current events are having a big impact on their work because Ukrainians enrolled in the counseling program have been personally affected.
Let's stabilize our clinicians, and then that helps them to remember, hey, at this situation, you don't need to know a lot of things. You just could do breathing, and that works. That helps you come down and then see what the next thing would be. That is important for survival.
As the war continues, Regent plans to remain engaged and rebuild lives for as long as it takes.
Everything that I'm seeing right now on the mental health side, we're not going to have less work, but more. And at this point, we are standing alongside with all of our psychologists, counselors in Ukraine.
Many who have recently completed training are already making a difference.
There are some people that we trained are literally in the trenches right now as we speak. And there are people who are in military, there are people who are in hospitals. Those students who are Christians, they are a little more outspoken about miracles that God is doing during this war and how He's responding to prayers, which are undeniable.
Charlene, CBN News.
Well, we're celebrating the Feast of Purim today, the story of Esther, and those words ring true for such a time as this. How can we stand and be of help to people who are in desperate need? And whether that's for just the basics of life, food, water, shelter, the things that you need just to live, but also for their mental health, their spiritual well-being. If you want to learn more about the Open Doors counseling program in Ukraine, all you have to do is go to the cbnnews.com website.